Hi everybody! We are back with our frogs. I'm sorry we are not live today. We're having some issues with the internet, but I'm going to record the video and post it for you. Hopefully there won't be any issues with that and everybody will get a chance to see it later. I do have some sad news to start our session with today. Unfortunately, our frogs have been fine, although we woke up this morning and there was one frog that had died. So our littlest tadpole we have here, we went ahead and named him Froggy because we hadn't even had a chance to pick a name for him yet. But we are very sad that he died, and we've put him in a little box, like a little coffin. And my son Theo, who is behind you there, he's going to paint a rock tombstone for him later, and we are going to bury him in our berry patch. So, rest in peace, sweet Froggy. We do have, I spoke to the people at Grow a Frog to make sure that we hadn't done anything wrong, because we really want these frogs to live the best life that they can live. And they told me, you know what, the tadpoles, especially the littlest ones, they're super sensitive. So it could have been anything that made Froggy get sick and die. So we're not really sure what happened. I did want to use that to explain to you about why studying and learning about frogs can be so important. Frogs are something really cool. They are an indicator species. I have that on a vocabulary strip to show you guys. We're going to put that on our word wall. An indicator species. What does that mean? That means that, can you hand me the tape, honey? Sure, if you could tape it right under amphibian. That means that if something is wrong with our environment, one of the first things we'll see is that something will be wrong with frogs. So frogs absorb oxygen and water through their skin. So they're really sensitive. So if there is some pollution or toxins in either the air or the water, frogs will be one of the first animals to be affected by that. So they're super important in our environment. Theo's going to put some tape on that. And we are going to put our word of the day on our word wall. And that's indicator species. So if the frogs are healthy and everything's good with the frogs, you know that everything is pretty good with the environment. We're going to go ahead and feed our frogs today. Would you like to do that? Yeah? Okay.
Big spoon, small one.
Small spoon. So the first two tanks are going to get a small scoop of stage 1 frog food. Perfect. And so what we've done, every frog has their own home now. So when we saw you on Thursday, there were 2 frogs in this habitat, but now there is 1 frog here and 1 frog here. And they each get 2 little nuggets of frog food. They each, yeah, just like this, honey, like two tiny little nuggets.
Scoops.
No, not 2 scoops.
Maybe too much.
Yeah, they just get a little bit of food. Yep.
So I'm gonna do a lot of it and I'll eat it.
Yep. So, I wanted to show you guys something. I'm going to post this for you guys on Facebook later. This diagram, if you would like to use it, there's a lot of stuff in here that you can do. So, it's a little bit like cutting and pasting, it's a little bit coloring, and it's a little bit of a puzzle. So I'll post this on our Facebook page if you want to print it. And what you need if you want to do this project, yep, you will need some crayons, you will need a pair of scissors, and you will need some glue. Also, if you want, you can use a piece of construction paper about this size to turn the project into a little booklet. I have an example to show you here. So what you would do if you're going to do this is print out this paper, which I'll put on the Calvary Facebook page. You can color each frog however you like. Then you would cut along each straight line. So you would use your scissors and you would cut along the straight lines to cut out 8 rectangles. You see them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You would cut those out. And then it comes the puzzle part, because you're going to have to figure out a little bit what order these pictures go in to complete the frog life cycle. So I'm going to show you. It would start with the egg, right? And you guys, if you make a little book like this, you can tell a little story. It starts with the egg, and then in the egg grows the tiny tadpole, and then the tadpole comes out of the egg. Then you'll see a tadpole. What grows first, his front or back legs? His back legs. So it's just a tadpole with back legs. Then you will see front and back legs. Then you will see what's beginning to look like a frog. We call this a froglet with a long tail. The froglet's tail gets shorter.
And then there's no tail.
And then there's no tail, and you've got a frog. So after you color and cut these out, this is just one piece of construction paper cut in half and just folded so that you can make a little book. If you would like to do that, that will be on our Facebook page. We are going to, Theo's going to help me here. We're going to go ahead and pick our names. We have 4 frogs to name. So let me put these things over
The
here.
youngest always goes first.
The youngest goes first? Okay, so we're going to pick from, is it your right to left? It's my right to left, but yeah, we're going to pick from this side.
Left to right.
Left to right. We're going to pick from this side over. So our youngest tadpole is going to be named, close your eyes, Theo.
Where's the bowl?
I'm holding it right next to you. There you go. No peeking. Okay.
Bombin.
Bombin. Our youngest tadpole is Bombin. Put that up there. All right. It looks like our froglet next.
Swishy.
Swishy! We have froglet Swishy.
So far, they're only red colored ones.
Oh yeah. I guess that's a coincidence, right?
There's one at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay, close your eyes.
It's just
You've got like 3 there. Okay.
red again. Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. Bumblebee. Our froglet. No, our young frog. Our young frog is Bumblebee. All right, close your eyes one more time. Okay. One more pick. You've got a bunch. You've got 1, I think.
Optimus Prime.
And Optimus Prime is our adult frog. We have Bombin, Swishy, Bumblebee, and Optimus Prime.
And also Froggy.
And Froggy. Rest in peace, sweet Froggy. Thank you guys for suggesting names. It's so fun to have our frogs named. I am going to go ahead and give you guys a close-up today of what our frogs look like. We'll zoom into each tank. Okay. So you're going to be amazed. So here is our tadpole. You see, oh, I can't, it won't let me zoom in. Okay. I'm going to bring him around so you can get a better view of him. Let's see, maybe even from this side. I wonder if it'll be a little clearer. Here he is. You can see his mouth moving, his tail swishing. And I think this guy, let's look. I think this guy still just has back legs. Oops. You tell me if you see any front legs coming out on this guy though. Too much of a glare, sorry guys. This is our tadpole. Look at that tail go. Okay, and next to him in the next tank is you. I hope this guy swims up because you guys will not believe just how much tail he has lost in a couple of days. Well, he didn't lose it. So when the frogs are in this stage, the froglet stage, they're getting their food from their tail. So the tail contains food for them, and that's how they continue growing into a frog. And as they eat and eat and eat it, the tail gets shorter and shorter. So can you see his tail there? That's awesome, because I don't know if you remember from last Thursday, but it was much longer. There's our froglet. Nope. I'm just moving his tank a little bit, but he's jumping. He's gonna jump away from me, so I can't get a good view of him for you. There are over 3,800. That's such a big number. I wish I could think of how to communicate that to you. 3,800 species of frogs. So this frog that we are raising and watching, this frog you would normally find in South America or sub-Saharan Africa. They would not live in New Jersey. And these are actually water frogs. They live their whole life in water. But they're really great to observe and watch. So here is one frog. Hold on. There he is. One happy frog. You can see his food behind him. He hasn't eaten it yet. Theo, do you want to give them a little of the magic powder?
Sure.
So we have a treat that they like called magic powder. And sometimes when you give it to them, they clap their hands. So you guys at home.
This one, the small one, or the big one?
The bigger jar. You guys at home, that text is getting in the way. If you are watching our frog, try saying, hold on a second, Theo, let me get a good view of the frog before you put it in. Try saying, clap your hands. Let's see what happens. Oop, oop. Oh, did you see him?
Should I do it to all?
Nope. You can do it to just the frogs, honey, so that guy can get some too. Clap your hands. There he goes. Clap your hands.
It's funny.
There he is. He's pretty active today, this guy. Here's our froglet coming up a little bit. You can see how much his tail has shortened. He's just kind of floating in there. And again, our littlest tadpole. Bomb Bomb. Swishy. Bumblebee. He's over here clapping his hands a little bit too. And Optimus Prime. Still clapping his hands. So I'm gonna leave you guys with the frogs for a little bit so you can watch them. We are gonna be back on Tuesday again though. Tuesdays and Thursdays we're aiming to do this. And we will see how much our tadpole and froglet have changed over the next couple of days. There are those guys. See if we can get right up on them. And if you guys have any questions or any frog projects you want to share, you can always email me at amycalvaryteachernaturalist.com, and I will get back to you if you have questions. I'll answer them during our live sessions. It would be great to hear from you guys. How are our little frogs doing? Some of them swimming. All right, guys, we will be back again on Tuesday with some more frog lessons and a chance to see how they've developed. Hope you guys have a great weekend.